What's the most brutal but legal way you got back at a cheater? My fiancée Sarah and I had been together for 6 years when I found out she was sleeping with my best friend Mark. I discovered the affair 3 weeks before our wedding when I borrowed her laptop and messages popped up that made my stomach drop. Instead of confronting her immediately, I made a decision that some might call cold, but I called justice. I continued with wedding preparations as if nothing had happened. I smiled through our rehearsal dinner while dying inside. The morning of our wedding, I watched her get ready with her bridesmaids, knowing what was coming. When the ceremony began, I walked to the altar and waited. Sarah looked beautiful coming down the aisle, but all I could see was her betrayal. The officiant asked if anyone had reason why we shouldn't be married. That was my cue. I do, I said, my voice surprisingly steady. I have evidence that Sarah has been sleeping with my best man Mark for the past 4 months. I pulled out printed copies of their messages and placed them on a table beside me. These are copies. The originals have been sent to everyone in this room. The gasps were audible. Sarah's face drained of color. The reception is still on, I announced. I've paid for everything, so please enjoy the food and open bar. I just won't be staying. As I walked out, her father caught my arm and whispered, I would have done the same thing. That was 3 years ago. Last I heard, Sarah and Mark didn't last 6 months. Meanwhile, I met someone who understands that loyalty isn't optional.